Hi, my name is Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at an institutional investors database that I used for a real estate client who was fundraising for $100 million. So this video highlights a rare and unique database for institutional grade real estate investors, and it's for select clients only. So custom investor targeting strategy and database overview. So to support a US-based client undertaking a $100 million fundraise, I developed a fully customized global investor database designed to align high-quality capital sources with institutional-grade real estate opportunities in the United States. So the database consolidates more than 14,000 qualified institutional and private investors across multiple asset classes and geographies, providing a tiered framework for capital engagement. So this proprietary structure identifies direct contacts across pension funds, insurance companies, endowments, family offices, and sovereign entities, ensuring precise targeting and controlled investor access within each segment. So this video really is a real estate investor profiling case study, and I'm going to also show a page on my website that highlights why this database is probably worth about $10,000, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So this case study included selecting qualified investors in the following categories for an intensive 7-month capital raise. 1. Institutional capital sources. Those include real estate funds, sovereign wealth funds, pension insurance funds, endowments, and corporate investors. And then private capital networks. So those are global family offices, US, Middle East, Europe, Asia, Canada, UK. And UAE ultra high net worth investors, which is a custom database. And it also includes financial allocators and intermediaries who help with ultra high net worth contacts. So these include asset managers, wealth managers, RIAs, and investment companies. So this is just a screenshot of the final database. Now, this is something that took about a week of full-time work for me to narrow it down. Now, in my website, you're going to see that you can acquire a real estate database. Again, that's quite large. I'm also going to show a bit of the screen sheet of the two institutional databases coming up that I use to do this and narrow all this down. But this gives you a bit of an idea for this client who's looking to raise $100 million. This is the perfect filtering and profiling case, and you can see that it includes real estate funds for USA, Canada, Middle East, Asia, UK, and Europe, and also sovereign wealth funds. It includes family offices, mainly from the Middle East, USA, UK, Asia, Canada, Europe. It includes investment companies, and again, they are groups that invest in real estate as well. And one of the filtering processes, they all had to invest in real estate in the sector that my client is in. And so it's very, very refined. Also includes insurance companies, pension funds, endowments and foundations, asset managers, wealth managers, RIAs, corporate investors, and again, a private ultra high net worth investor database that is very, very rare. My core messaging highlights how I presented this to the client of how we're going to target each of these when it comes to their outreach. Remember, this is not bulk emailing. This is going to be direct emails to individuals, and we're going to use some of the core messaging points in the outreach letters so that the people that receive it know that we're educated as far as what their target is, and also to find out what additional sectors they could be interested in, mainly in the real estate side, so that we can keep them in mind for other raises that we might be doing in the sector. So the investor mix looks like this for real estate funds. So that's from 2022 to 2025. I have the database of all the funds that were raised. So we narrow it down to who's looking at real estate. Our focus is on core plus value added US real estate. It had to have those, and they make up 7% of the database. Then I move on to institutional capital sources, which is the largest. These are long-term capital allocation, yield stability, and diversification. They're 38% of the contacts on this database. Family offices, another large component. So those are cross-border real estate participation and co-investment. A lot of these are groups outside the USA that have indicated that they are looking at US-based real estate in the sector we're looking at, which again is core plus value added. And then fourth is financial intermediaries. That's 18% of the database. The client portfolio allocation to institutional grade U.S. real estate. So we didn't have the sectors that they look at, but we made sure that they are U.S. based because it makes it a lot easier for us to sell the opportunity. Then the last is the ultra high net worth investors database. They make up 7%. That's a database very specialized. It only gets offered to people who are using my services on a mandate and a retainer. And this is just a snapshot of what the marketing campaign looked like. This is a 7 month campaign. The first month would be more organization, creating the outreach letters, making sure the DD room is fine, making sure the financials are finished, making sure that the marketing material, not only the PPM, but the brochure and the teaser are finished. So basically how this works is this is a controlled program. There is a couple databases that we're going to do some bulk outreach on that you can see those on in a number of these, but those are mainly insurance companies and pension funds, which we decided it's best just to go out onto a bulk program with those. But you can see the volumes of the first month we're at 4,800, 6 month or the second month we ramp it up to 6, third month 5,000. So you can see it's a controlled outreach. And again, these are mainly personal emails that are going to be sent out to try to get the highest open rates. And then you can see on the right hand side the strategic purpose. So again, it's launched the initial institutional exposure, begin large scale GCC institutional visibility. We do have a bit of targeting that we're really keen on, and those are going to be the GCC and Asia to start off with, because of the fact that the group already has really good investor exposure in the U.S. One of the key areas which we want to do is we want to bring in some new capital, and mainly from the GCC, UAE specifically, and of course in Asia. And then, of course, you can see as we further go down the line, we start to talk a little bit more about other parts of the strategic purpose. And during this time, we're going to be getting emails coming in with interest, and again, that has to be managed within the campaign. So again, 7 months, pretty key outreach on all the months, with the goal again is $100 million. Okay, now just a quick look at the Dubai Investors List website, and this is where I keep all my databases for my clients, at least the information for them. And the reason I've gone to the website is I want to highlight this particular database in the campaign. So there's a reason my custom real estate fundraising database highlighted below is valued at nearly $10,000. It's not public, it's powerful, and only a handful of my clients ever gain access. So basically, this is how can anyone value an investor database at $10,000? Well, it's simple. When you're raising $100 million in equity, precision matters. This isn't just a database, it's a fully refined fundraising strategy executed over a 7-month program as part of my exclusive retainer package. Now, it's a strategic tool designed to save months of wasted outreach and put you directly in front of active, verified investors who are already deploying capital. Let others chase $100 databases scraped from the web and sold by low-quality list providers while you're securing meetings and advancing towards a $25 million, $50 million, or even $100 million in funding. Now, it's really important to understand that the cost to raise capital is high. And a lot of people try to do basically the shortcut way. I get all kinds of messages asking if I have a database, $100 is their budget. And generally what I tell people is, I can't do anything for you. Sometimes they only want a little part of it. I don't entertain those requests, because if you're not actually serious about your fundraising, then this is not something, these are not the type of clients that come to me. If you're looking to seriously look at capital in the 25, 50, 100 million range, then that's when you need a professional database and a professional program that goes along with it. So let's just take a look at the raw database that I use to do all the filtering for this particular campaign. But first, just a key database disclosure. I like to include this on all my database videos. My extensive database library provides hundreds of thousands of global contacts, typically including profiles, emails, and websites, though not all details are complete. Now, it's primarily compiled and updated from 2021 to 2025, with most updates in the last 2 years. Now, this corporate resource may include contacts whose roles have since changed, and it's designed as an excellent starting point for outreach. It's best leveraged and continually refined by organizations with dedicated data teams. I like to emphasize you can't scrape the internet for these type of contacts. So don't fall for anybody that wants to help you with a service of scraping the internet to find you potential contacts. Those just don't work, and you're not going to get anywhere with them. So this database comprises a blend of individuals and companies, each with distinct investment criteria and operating conditions, so there's no guarantee that your approach will be favorably received. Note, this database is available to corporate or institutional groups only, no personal sales. Okay, now you see on the contacts part of the fund database, these are all the contacts at the fund managers who control all the funds that you saw in the earlier part. So you can see I come back up to the top, and then you've got all the information here. So this database made up one of the key databases. Now we'll look at the second one that I use as well. Okay, now we're on the second database. So this is the firms, companies, and different fundraising entities. For example, there could be family offices, there could be hedge funds, wealth managers, corporate investors, investment banks, you name it. You see on the left-hand side, we've got 28,700. And if I go back up to the top here, and then again, you're going to get the firm name, the background, funds count, firm type, more information about where they're from. And then if I scroll over to the right-hand side, you're just getting more information in regard to what they cover, what they're interested in. So that's one of the key databases, again, that is in conjunction with the funds database. It should be noted, these databases are updated up until April of 2025. So you can see this is the second part, and there's around 117,000 contacts on this particular database. These contacts are the key ones in the firms that you saw on the previous sheet. And again, these databases are all used to help me provide more refined databases for clients, whether it's real estate or any other sector. But this just gives you an idea of the resources. Again, these databases are all updated to about April 2025. For more information, contact the DubaiInvestorsList.com. That's DubaiInvestorsList.com. Please like, share, and subscribe.